2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Not bad. TPC Scottsdale, known for a bunch of birdies, Rich, and you can get right after them here at the first.
A gentle opening hole, second shot, a good opportunity to get your iron play dialed in. Green is very small. Anything missing to the right and to the left will run off into a collection area. However, if your irons are dialed in early, it's a great opportunity to make an opening three.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Just 3 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required. Good looking shot this. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Nicely done. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
That's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Just didn't drop. This is a bogey putt coming up. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
Here's Lexi Thompson. Should find the green here. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ooh. And this one is for his par. And that putt will drop. Well done. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Going with the 6-iron here. Yeah, that one's looking good. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been a little up and down, but she's just one stroke back from her rival.
This is Lexi Thompson. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold players to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get off this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. Lovely effort that. And playing this one from around 120 yards out. And only one off the pace here. Great looking shot this. Outstanding approach shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, behind Tiger Woods. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That one should find the surface. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Ooh, right by the hole. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. And that finds him in a share of second. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Going with the 7. Nicely done. This putt will move them to 3 under par. Ouch, that hurts. A par putt awaits. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And, everybody else was just kind of sitting there and all going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That's disappointing. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
That gets the job done. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She got one back on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Oh, well done. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 175 yards. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
Well, this one's going right at the flag. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Well, this one's right at the pin. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. The leaderboard has them sitting in 2nd place behind Tiger Woods. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roar is usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was in.
Well, that's a good move. Always nice when you can head to the top of the leaderboard. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. From around 180 yards out. He leads the field by a stroke. Opting for the 5-iron. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. A birdie putt awaits. Oh, just missed. It's just about 3 feet away. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the Fedex Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Putting for eagle here. And that's a long-range bomb, and rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
She's got to be careful this doesn't run away from her here. It's downhill.
Well, this was the conundrum, wasn't it? When the new rule came in, did they leave the flag stick in or did they take it out? I'm pretty sure they wish they would have taken it out there. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Okay, steady now. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And well holed. Let's move on. And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 17th hole. Nice recovery there.
Great touch.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in second place. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. That one's heading down Broadway. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, you're a ball striker. There's no doubt about that.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Well done to this player who was able to tame TPC Scottsdale and walk away with the WM Open victory.
And an impressive victory it was there, Luke, in front of 125,000 fans on this Sunday. That was impressive.
Well, I got to hand it to you, Rich. You called this.
I call a lot of things. And hopefully this is just a long line of unbelievable things I get correct.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.